Cryptocurrency is rapidly evolving, changing, everything like that. And the space is crazy. What is a month in crypto feels like a year in the real world, right? So today we're going to be breaking down a bunch of crypto news that you need to know about. We're also going to look at some crypto scams, potential scams, but more importantly, or I should say at least more fun, more exciting news, is we're going to look at some new cryptocurrency airdrops on the horizon, things that you can still participate in and likely get a piece of that airdrop. Recent airdrops have made people six figures, more or less. It's pretty crazy financial opportunities. But as always, Tails, our resident Shiba Inu Doge, and our lawyer here at VoskCoin, which make sure to slap that subscribe button, says that it's not financial advice. So let's jump into another fun, crazy crypto video. If you're looking for the best way to earn passive income, that's going to be mining cryptocurrencies. Specifically, Compass can help you start mining Bitcoin today. And not only do they sell Bitcoin miners, but they will connect you with co-location mining farm hosting facilities. Learn more about Compass by clicking the link in the video description below. We've got a lot to cover today, so go ahead, grab lunch, grab dinner, whatever your time zone is, whatever you're doing right now, grab some food, let's sit back, and it's not financial advice, let's jump into it. So, incredibly disappointing news. This beta male, Jason Citron, says, oh, probably nothing. Kind of getting hype here, right? Integrating MetaMask with Discord, what used to be kind of revered as like the really cool new version of, not Trello, what is it, Ventrilo. Just like my boy Base Hunter, we used to sit on Ventrilo hunting creeps, just like it was back in the Dota Warcraft 3 days. Basically, all the idiots spammed them, and they think the NFTs destroy the world. They literally have like no understanding of anything, right? But you know, whatever. We can't save everybody, but if you're willing to learn, yeah, well, then we can do that. And just to be clear, you know, if you're worried about proof of work, blockchains, this and that, there's plenty of non-fungible tokens on blockchains that don't have proof of work if you think that's what's destroying the world, which is not true at all. But I don't even want to go fully down that rabbit hole today. But speaking of a proof of work, how about we talk about this? According to the post disclosed by the Thai supplier, Bitmain is launching a new generation of Antminer S19 XP because they got that experience, brother. All right, with TSMC, the biggest chip foundry, 5nm, that stands for nanometer. What we're dealing with here is a smaller and more efficient chip. 150 terahash at 3,225 watts. That's 21.5 joules per terahash. And that's going to be shipped from July to September 2022. Compared with the S19 Pro, 29.5 joules a terahash. Basically, the efficiency, I don't know if I'd say it's greatly improved. I mean, it's certainly an improvement. It's significant. It's not like your old stuff is just now worthless. But yeah, that's what the next generation of Bitcoin miners look like, and that's just, you know, an estimated time of arrival on those. Speaking of exciting things, Consensus founder Joe Lubin teases MetaMask token Mask. There's already a Mask token. They would be so much better off chasing Meta and forget Facebook. Oh God, like the meme with Drake. You know, we're out. What we're interested in here is the MetaMask token. We've been talking about it for far too long. We got 20 video guides on MetaMask, how to use it, how to get set up and started with all that stuff. But the fact of the matter here is, the fact remains that MetaMask is an incredible tool that has made many people millionaires. Just understand that. Don't get left behind. You don't want to be one of those NGMI kind of people. Basically, MetaMask is originally an Ethereum wallet and it lets you access dApps, but there's tons of blockchains that MetaMask supports now. With this, you can just do all these things on all these different blockchains. So for example, I can click over to BSC, the Binance Smart Chain, and let's say I want to do a swap on here, because how would you become eligible for this airdrop? Well, probably doing the one thing that makes them money, and it's when they go ahead and, well, they tax you when you use this feature. You never get the best deal when you use the MetaMask swap feature, but you might be paid back tenfold when they drop their token. How are they likely to do this, measure this? Well, it's probably going to be people using the swap feature on the different blockchains, because you can complete a swap on Ethereum through here. You can complete a swap on Matic through here. There are so many different ways to engage and interact. And they can't just drop their tokens to everyone with a MetaMask wallet. That wouldn't make sense. That's basically everyone in crypto who's been paying attention. But rewarding the people who are swapping and doing some kind of multiplier for power users on multiple blockchains, well, that seems like the clear-cut way, that the answer to do this and to do it properly. If you want some more hopium, right, how about this? MetaMask version 9.3 says MetaMask is designed and built in California. By the way, worst state. Then there's MetaMask version 10.4.1. MetaMask is designed and built around the world. Well, that sounds decentralized. That sounds like a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. That sounds like crypto airdrop imminent. We talked about ENS, the Ethereum name service. If you followed along on our video earlier this year, well then guess what? You got airdrop possibly over $20,000, $30,000, $100,000, $10,000. It's a sliding scale of how much you did and participated with, as well as how many addresses. But the fact remains is you could have made an annual salary just by spending an afternoon and probably, painful $100 in gas fees. But wait, there's still more airdrop news, my friends. Looking over at Zapper.Fi, and Zapper.Fi is cool because it helps you crawl different blockchains, where your coins are, what they're doing, and everything like that. But if we click over to Quest, we get daily activities here. You earn vaults, you can redeem them for NFTs and things like that. But more importantly, you level up. And guess what everyone's doing again right now? They're dropping tokens, and this is looking like a for sure way to do a smart airdrop based off your level, right? The higher level, the more tokens you get, because it means you use the platform more. It's really that simple. We also talked about an incoming airdrop on the Avalanche blockchain, Joe and Grow. Full video on that. By the time we finish editing this video, I don't know if this airdrop will still be eligible, but I'm excited to see how all this plays out. Also, we've talked about Rabbit Hole here, and with Rabbit Hole, the cool thing about them is that they basically introduce you to great projects that either decided to airdrop a token after being listed on Rabbit Hole, or likely incoming, and Rabbit Hole dropping their own token. There's this doc floating around, and I'll share this down with the link in the video description below. But if you want a bunch of different cryptocurrency airdrops to chase on a bunch of different blockchains, well then this is gonna be the doc for you, no doubt about it. Speaking of other crazy crypto spicy stuff, right? Squidanomics, hold to play, hold to earn, play to earn. Squidanomics supporters of the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but these are not the Squid Game cryptocurrency. And the scammers made off with 3.3 million. And with the interest in Squid Game, and with the interest in hating on crypto by stupid, uninformed, mainstream news outlets, well, this is a story that they were all about. The anonymous hucksters behind a Squid Game cryptocurrency are making off an estimated 3.38 million. Gizmodo told you it was an obvious scam. And then they want to toot their own horn here. Squid cryptocurrency peaked at a price of $2,861, plummeting to, per them, zero. I don't think any crypto can really plummet to zero. Like, there's always like some tiny minute amount you could trade for it. There's always listings. If it's on decentralized exchanges, there's always pairing, right? The pairings don't even get pulled, whatever. But that needed to be addressed because, one, I mean, it's interesting to a degree, but it's not Squidanomics. Obviously, we're not going to, promote a scam here. But Squidanomics launched on. I'm out of the U.S. Like, these dates always get me messed up. But when did we add 6 more months to the years, my friends? Okay, so obviously that's October 18th. Team based in Canada and US, Squidanomics is a BUSD rewards token on the Binance Smart Chain. Just to be clear, this is not an endorsement by us, right? Do your own research, invest whatever you want, but this is not financial advice. One key thing you need to know when you look at this project is they have these 3 public-facing team members. Look into them, and if you like what they do, you like their story, then back them. If not, well, obviously, right? We'll go ahead and grab their contract address here and pull them up on PooCoin here in a second. But there's some cool stuff, right? They got Squid Shooter, 2-dimensional shooter in beta phase. Holders to test, require players to hold NFTs to play and earn. Available on mobile devices and in app stores. And they claim it also have controller capability or compatibility. Telegram NFTs. Limited hand-drawn NFTs released on launch with different utilities set out for holders. Rare and legendary NFTs give additional prize money in the Telegram group. There's also a private group for holders of a limited 1 of 100 Dagger NFT, where prizes are given to holders all day. If you got one of those, you're just getting prizes all day, apparently. Shout out to the Squid Game, right? Knife Game. On launch, a 3-dimensional web browser. Free-for-all knife battle. Wow, this sounded intense. Stand aside, Hunger Games. This is Squid Game. Even more people die here. Anyone with a PC can use whatever browser would like and participate in the games for huge prizes as long as they hold the right amount of squid, as it is a hold to play game. And then additionally, we have in-game NFTs here. There are NFTs released for the Squid Shooter game. These NFTs give additional starting weapons, health, speed, and jumping power. Is that pay to win? Because I don't know how much that one appeals to me. But let's go ahead and bring up good old poo-poo coin. And we'll punch in the contract address. Oh, mouse did me dirty. Squid. Okay, so what we can do here is we can click over to the Binance Smart Chain. And once I'm there, I can go ahead and connect. And that'll get me out of these ads, because I got a little bit of poo coin in my wallet. There was clearly a massive dump here a few days ago. About $100,000 in volume, and obviously a dramatic impact there on the price. But let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, right? How about we look at 1 day chart right here? So we look at 1 day, we can see the volume trending between, 150,000 all the way up to basically $1 million right there. That's impressive. 2 million, 3.6 million, 2 million, and then basically 500,000. Volume has been trending down along with the price. Pulling up the Squidanomics Squid token on BSC scan, because again, this is a Binance Smart Chain BEP20 token, which we have a full video guide on how to get started with those if you're completely unfamiliar, which you should totally watch. They have over 12,000 holders, basically people that have their token in their wallets, right? And they've almost hit 100,000 transfers. The Squidanomics tokenomics fees, right? 5% BUSD rewards. Dividends paid out automatically to holders. We have another reward token. I hope that they have locked this one down tight, because a lot of reward tokens have been exploited over the last year. 5% marketing fee, 2% to development, and 3% to liquidity. And what does this total up to? 15% fee on every transaction. So buy, sell, you've got to clear 30% just to break even. Make sure you understand that. We've been contacted by LiFi Beam to review their service and potentially their miner. LiFi Beam claims to use light to deliver incredible bandwidth and data. Wireless data is embedded in light beams. Look, I took chemistry, right? And then I dropped out of chemistry. And then I made my own business based off of chemistry. Personally, to me, this doesn't make sense. But I don't know everything, and I've been focusing on crypto for years now. So I'll leave that at that. LiFi Beam has been under scrutiny. They've been accused of using AI-generated team photos, as witnessed here. And then an anonymous community member posted this on the VoskCoin Talk forum. We look at this picture. We look at the team page. That is the same individual. LiFi Beam, I believe official, posted a thread on VoskCoin Talk a little while ago, and they linked a news article. Here we can see that LiFi Lasco, the P2P or peer-to-peer telecoms network backed by Google Ventures and Elon Musk, launches their first hardware sale. The way this is written is as if LiFi is backed by Google Ventures and Elon Musk. That is not the case. I find that a little misleading. LiFi did share an invoice that I did not have time to validate the validity of, for whatever it's worth, with MileSite. MileSite does produce IoT devices, Internet of Things. And MileSite even makes a Helium hotspot miner. Understand there is a difference between the MileSite Helium miner and the MileSite device that they are selling. In my initial research here is that they are paying out rewards for people with their miners. Some people have received their MileSite devices that LiFi Beam has created a network for. There's a lot of things kind of changing with this project. The question is LiFi Beam a scam, or is it just a poorly run company? They are not dealing with questions well and skepticism. They've even shut down their Twitter account. They have been rude to buyers and other things. Some influencers that have gotten involved and been paid by LiFi, as we have been, just to be clear, they have removed their content on the matter. VoskCoin always does the best due diligence and research we can. The initial pitch of LiFi seems far-fetched. It leads to a lot of skepticism. A lot of people say it seems like a scam. And then others post warnings. Beware of LiFi. And LiFi pushed back at me when I was doing research. To be fully clear and transparent, they sponsored this video. And my initial overview of the project was that they were trying to create a competitor network to Helium, a la MXC, who MXC and the M2 Match Pro, Those I do not recommend those, and they have not done a good job. And what we have here with LiFi, I believe we have a similar project trying to pivot towards that IoT interest. That doesn't mean that they can't have something good, but the AI generated team really rubs me the wrong way. They also threatened me with a potential lawsuit if I don't take down a thread on VoskCoin Talk that basically questioned the validity and legitimacy of LiFi Beam. As always, do your own research and make your own decisions. But for me personally, there's just too much going on here, too many red flags for me to be personally interested or be able to recommend this. But as always, this is a third-party review. Maybe this is the next hidden gem and you can go support it, and that's entirely up to you. I put my face on every video, and if you had a project you were proud of, I think you would put your face on it too. Speaking of crypto scams, you may have watched our recent video where I was pissed when 1inch banned me, in my opinion, power user of their decentralized exchange aggregator. I mean, you see the mad face on the thumbnail of the previous video. Is that the end of 1inch? Because the decentralized exchange aggregator 1inch blocked out US trades in preparation, apparently, for their separate American platform. The summary is simple, is that I made great money on 1inch because, all their really exciting 1inch airdrop stuff aside, forget that. 1inch was a very good decentralized exchange aggregator. I literally just made more money with my trades on there. It's pretty cool. They had their gas back features and their own, chi token and all that other crazy stuff. It was interesting. But to be honest, I'm pissed for, above all, I enjoyed the feature set of 1inch. So I'm really interested to see this whole US platform and how it all plays out. I can't see it as being anything other than just watered down compared to the normal 1inch. And it's like, okay, well, you could use a VPN to sneak in. I mean, that's true. But come on, I'm just a little bit disappointed on the whole decentralized aspect there. However, after taking a step back and a deep breath and talking with the 1inch extended team, I know I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Speaking of other things we have covered in the past, we covered Bitrue before. And just to clarify one thing, when we did cover Bitrue, is that the futures section of their exchange is not accessible to US citizens, but the rest of their entire cryptocurrency exchange is accessible to US citizens. So just understand that, and if you find Bitrue, which claims to be the #1 cryptocurrency management platform, interesting, well, if you're out of the US, you can still use it. Moving from centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges, we also recently talked about DePocket, and they have since received a financial grant from Near Protocol that allows them to broaden their vast integration network. And basically what we have here with DePocket is it's a bridging mechanism to give you more exposure, utility, and potentially money-making opportunities on different blockchains, different DeFi, right? NFT management, comprehensive crypto portfolio management. Basically, it's a tool to help you kind of manage, get more exposure, and, as always, hopefully make money. But again, as always, this is not financial advice. Speaking of money, there's also e-money, which I still think has such a cool name, right? E-money. Well, at least to boomers, it's like email. And I mean that seriously, not as like a jab or whatever. We look at their pitch, right? Built for global payments, corporate settlement, local business, internet of money, the next generation of money for Web 3.0. Honestly, it sounds like basically a different version of Ripple XRP to me. And whether you love or hate XRP and Ripple and their interesting background, the fact of the matter is that's a top cryptocurrency. And they have their own token, NGM, which can give you full exposure to their potential upside or downside. There's also another Goose finance fork that we want to review today, and that's going to be FOMO Baby. Toshiro, the main dev on this project developer, is anonymous, but he claims to be doxxed with Desert Finance, an auditing company, and he has projects that have been going on for 4 months already. He also says if anyone has anything they want clarified, to join their Telegram group. If you have questions about it and concerned about the legitimacy of it, right, join the Telegram group. Unfortunately, in my research of this project, per FOMO Baby Swap, per rug.io, says that this Goose fork has the ability to prove any token for any amount. MasterChef is not behind a time lock. 100% deposit fees possible, which would basically take all coins deposited. And basically it contains a hard rug code that can steal stake tokens at any time. I'm not saying that that's the case. Look, I'm not a coder. I'm not a developer. All I can do is use the resources I find before me and seek the information from those wiser. But again, Toshiro says that he's good to go. He's doxed with Desert Finance, and if you have questions, to join their Telegram group. This is a warning that says don't use this. It could be it's ruggable, right? Looking at the FOMO baby chart though, you can see that this project is trending upwards after a consolidation period. Everyone knows technical analysis is one of the most made up things ever, but look at this chart. We have a Bart Simpson with some extra hair right here, and then we have a triangle forming, right? Or maybe we don't. It could be a heads and shoulders, like with the shampoo. Time, as always, will tell, but this project has a ton of liquidity, $300,000, and a market cap of less than 1 million. This makes this a high risk, high reward. Obviously not financial advice. And we've discussed things that could make this like a potential rug pull, right? And again, I'm not saying it's a rug pull. I hope it's not a rug pull. I hope no one scams, obviously every day. But alas, per BSC scan, the biggest Binance Smart Chain Explorer here, there are over 15,000 addresses with a whopping 155,000 transfers for this token. That's a very high number, especially considering their metrics here. To round out the information on FOMO Baby is a deflationary token with an automated liquidity feature, staking options, NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, and lottery draws. And we see fun NFTs like this being pasted on their social media. Honestly, I vibe with these NFTs. They're kind of simple, cartoony, fun. Reminds me, like, I've been really waiting for someone to take Monsters Inc. and make their own, like, Cryptos Inc. NFT collection. Why have I not launched that yet? Clicking over to their white paper, we see this guy. And the main thing I want to show you here are the tokenomics. So 2% on every transaction goes to liquidity, 2% goes to the weekly lottery, and 5% goes to marketing and buyback. So what we have here is 9% token tax on every transaction. So with that, you need to clear 18% on a buy and sell just to break even. Just understand that and make sure you understand tokenomics, right, and token taxes when you deal with tokens like this. And to close out today's video with one more piece of news, obviously don't leave your Doge out in the cold. This is actually, I'll bet everything, this is an Akita. Okay, this is an Akita, not a Doge, but they look similar when they're puppies, but hey. Anyway, Binance freezes Doge withdrawals as users report being asked to return coins they don't have. Bug or not, you don't want bugs on your dog, you don't want bugs on your crypto exchange. Just a random piece of note, as always, if you get a dog or if you have a dog, love them. They're only here for so long, and they're incredible creatures. If you're unhappy with your dog, you should be unhappy with your environment, your training on them, and everything in between. Your dog's behavior is a reflection of you and your training on them. Obviously, different dogs have different aptitudes. I absolutely understand that. But before you get mad at a dog, understand how probably your lack of training is the reason that's making you mad. Tails never makes me mad because I spent a lot of time working with her to make sure that she's freaking awesome. So you're going to be freaking awesome if you click that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Let us know what we missed and what we should cover next. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money. I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.